Hi there, Joshua here with my brother and co-host Eli from This Is Something. Sometimes we get too hung up on the things we love the most.
You mean like Star Wars?
Yeah.
Well, to combat this epidemic, we bring you This Is Pop Culture.
Hey guys, hope you're having a beautiful day, and welcome back to This Is Pop Culture. And as of this filming, I haven't seen Wonder Woman yet.
Not yet either. I'm hoping to this weekend, though.
But by the time this video comes out, I believe Monday, I will probably have seen it. I think Sean and I are going to go this weekend and see it. We're going to go on a date and go see it together.
Awesome.
But I thought, in light of the fact that Wonder Woman is out and it's getting critical acclaim, it's killed box office, killed the box office weekend, came out. In light of the fact that Wonder Woman came out, we talk about women's superheroes, female superheroes. And we had an addition to our tabletop. We got Katana there.
Boom.
And just to honor all those female superheroes out there, and I like Katana. I think she's pretty cool.
Katana is pretty cool.
And I actually like that recently they've given her that like half white mask with the Japanese sun on it. I think that the new aesthetics that have been coming out for her have been really cool.
Yep.
So
I'm gonna ask you, and I hope you know the name, and I don't remember have you seen Deadpool? The recent Deadpool movie?
I've seen most of it, yeah.
The young female X-Men lady.
I can't remember. She has kind of ridiculous
She has a ridiculous name.
Negatronic Girl or something like that.
Whatever her name is, and it'll be right here on the bottom, and there'll also probably be a picture. I really like her. I kind of like her attitude. She's like, she just.
You liked her in Deadpool?
I liked her in Deadpool.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually did not know of the character beforehand. I don't know if she was a character beforehand.
She's not familiar to me, but I mean, I wasn't a huge X-Men fan.
Yeah, I like the X-Men. I grew up watching the X-Men trilogy, the one that everybody knows now.
Right.
And they have the newer ones too, and I've only seen one of those with Kevin Bacon playing Magneto. That's Kevin Bacon. Yeah, that's Kevin Bacon.
No, Michael Fassbender.
Is it Michael Fassbender?
Yes. It's definitely not Kevin Bacon. It's Michael Fassbender.
What am I thinking about? I thought Kevin Bacon played one of them.
No.
We'll find out. Whatever. Point being. Back to female superheroes.
Okay, so who is your if you had to pick a favorite female superhero?
Probably Rogue. I grew up again with the X-Men, and I liked Rogue in the movies. I like Rogue in the books, in the comics, in the comic books. I like Rogue in the video games. We used to have that X-Men Dungeon Crawler game that was really cool.
I've always really loved. Actually, when I know you're going to ask back, and she's a dead heat for my other favorite, but Rogue is one of my favorites. Is up there. It's probably one of my favorite. I didn't really care for the one from the movies. I didn't really care for the movies, actually.
Well, I know a lot of people didn't.
I didn't care. I didn't really care for the X-Men movies. I didn't really care for Anna Paquin as Rogue. But Rogue is one of my favorite superheroes. Superheroes overall. Here's the thing. I actually don't really like the X-Men, but some of my favorite comic book characters are X-Men. Gambit, one of my favorite. Colossus.
I love Gambit. I love Colossus both.
I love Rogue. I love Nightcrawler. But I like Rogue. I like that she has that that in-way that of her not being able to touch another human being. Gives her a lot of depth and makes her a very interesting character, which is important because I think that DC Comics does a better job of giving their characters personalities, unique personalities. I don't feel like Marvel does as good of a job with that. But Rogue, to me, stands out as a character that really has depth and personality and a real backstory and something you can connect with. What would it be like to not be able to touch another human being?
Yeah, with your skin.
Yeah, right.
So back to and going actually into DC. Wonder Woman, we have neither of us, as of the filming again, neither of us have seen the film, the recent film. But what do you think of the look that they have on her now?
Oh man, for the most, other than Batman, who I loved the first pictures from Batman v Superman, the first pictures that came out of Batman, I was immediately in love because it was the first time I've seen Batman on the big screen and he looked like a comic book character. He looked like the comic book Batman.
Yeah.
He didn't look all black. He didn't look all armored. He looked like he looked like the comic book. He looked like the you know. And
I really like that too. I haven't seen Batman v Superman yet either. I've been kind of falling back on my movies.
Well, it's hard to keep with all the superhero genre of film because there's so many of them, and they're coming out. You know, I loved Batman stood out, and I felt the same way when I saw Wonder Woman for the first time. I was like, holy crap. She looks like Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
and I remember
that's Gal Gadot that's playing.
Gal Gadot, yeah. and I know
she looks great. I'm sorry. There's a main road right here that runs to the hospital,
and we forgot to close the window, so it's hotter than heck in this room right now.
But
so we left the window open.
Back to what I was saying though, Gal Gadot looks like Wonder Woman.
I 100% bought her as Wonder Woman.
So I'm super excited to see, even if the movie's crap, at least it looked good.
Everything I've heard
that
I've heard it's amazing.
Too.
And the fighting looked amazing when she when the trailer released and she takes her shield and this the German mortar comes in, she just smacks it to the ground with her shield. I was like, oh, I was like, that's amazing.
When she goes, he's like, he blocks the bullet. He's like, is there anything else you can? I can't remember what he says. Like, is there anything else you can do that I don't know about? Is there anything else I don't know about? It just looks good. It looks well made. It looks like they're going to follow some of the original story too of how at least vaguely about how some of the things happened.
How things happened. I think putting in a World War I setting is interesting.
That is interesting, and I really like that. We've talked about this before. World War I is kind of popular to talk about right now. I don't know if it's because we're within the 100 years ago World War I happened. I don't know if it's because of that, but for so long World War II was a huge focus for media, for video games and shows and like that, or modern times, or really old. A lot of people skip over World War I, which a lot of people don't realize is vastly important to our history, modern history.
Well, it's the impetus for World War II.
For World War II, and thus the Cold War, and thus the what's going on in the Middle East and everything. Everything that's going on now can be very closely related to World War I. But point being, I think that it's very interesting how they put that story in World War I. I think they can play it really well. And it looks really good. So, going on to the full overall topic, well,
I was going to say, I said Rogue was my favorites, but I'm going to mention one of my other favorites. And
that's actually what I was going to say, is who else do you like?
My other favorite, hands down, is Batgirl. Okay. I love Batgirl. And I love Batgirl for a lot of reasons. One of them is, somebody mentioned something. I read an article a few years ago, and it was like, why Batgirl is the best female superhero. And she was a superhero of her own standing. Mm-hmm. She's not Batgirl because Batman trained her to be Batgirl. She chose to be Batgirl.
Yeah.
She chose that persona for herself. It's not like where, it's not like she's not a sidekick to Batman. She operates independently. Even going back to Batman 66, like the 66 TV show, she operates independently. Batman the animated series, she operates independently. In the comic books, she operated independently.
She's not Robin.
She's
Batman.
not. Batman didn't train up some girl. She chose that persona. She does it herself. Her costume is full body covering, and you think about how
a lot of
female superheroes are drawn. With the exception of a Rogue.
Yeah, Rogue is typically
no, Storm has had some pretty sexualized costumes.
Storm has had some pretty sexualized costumes.
I'm thinking White Storm, the white,
the full white everything.
Yeah, but
Storm's had some. Yeah.
Yeah. So but most female characters are drawn pretty sexually. Batgirl's suit has always been. She's never worn a skirt, never worn a girly skirt.
She has.
No.
In modern renditions, you sure?
Nope.
Huh.
She has always, even back to Batman 66, Yvonne Craig, she wore a full bodysuit. And she's always worn, in every rendition, she's worn a full bodysuit. And I was like, you know what? That's right. You know, that's
Supergirl.
Supergirl has always worn a skirt.
And Supergirl's had some super sexualized ones too.
Well, all of them have, but Batgirl in every iteration has had her own, has worn a full bodysuit. She doesn't. The animators didn't feel like they needed the artist didn't feel the need to over sexualize her. She's strong. She's so strong that even being shot by the Joker, being paralyzed, she went on to continue her work in superheroics as Oracle.
Yes.
Putting her life on the line in a wheelchair for the superhero community. And I think that, you know, for me, that makes her a really compelling, very cool character. And I'm stupid excited because Joss Whedon got green-lighted to do the Batgirl movie.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's totally awesome. I like Joss Whedon a lot.
You know, Avengers Joss Whedon is going to do Batgirl. I am just so stupid excited to see this film.
I really
it's time to get Zack Snyder the hell out of there. Zack Snyder really likes the deconstruction of superheroes, and that's not good when you're making a superhero film.
Yeah.
If you're making a movie that's deconstruction of superheroes,
or make a series maybe where you like a TV series.
Well, if you take a graphic novel like The Watchmen, which is another Zack Snyder film he did,
yeah,
that is what that whole graphic novel is about the deconstruction of superheroes.
So it makes sense.
So it makes sense for him. But if you're doing a movie that promotes superheroes like Justice League, it's not a good fit. You need somebody in there like Joss Whedon who loves these characters. He loves Wonder Woman. He loves Batgirl.
Joss Whedon or our favorite Kevin Smith.
Yeah, I would love to see. My God, if they said Kevin Smith's Justice League, if they announced that tomorrow, my ticket is pre-bought
for the red carpet opening.
Yeah, I am there. I would love to see Kevin Smith's Justice League.
Yeah.
I would love to see an Edgar Wright do superheroes. You just need somebody who goes in there who loves these characters, who understands them and wants to bring them out. And that's, you know, I think largely with Wonder Woman has happened. You know, you got somebody in there who understood the character and wanted to do the character right. So Joss Whedon's Batgirl, I'm 100%. I'm all in. That ticket has been bought. I'm going to go to theaters to see that.
Assuming
movie.
that happens.
No, it's going to happen.
I'm sorry. I was thinking about
Kevin Smith's Justice League.
Kevin Smith.
No, the Batgirl. I'm there. That ticket has bbeen bought.
Yep.
So you know, it's hard for me to pinpoint what are some of my favorite female, because there are a lot. I like Katana. I've always liked Katana, although she's very like B-list and up and coming.
Oh, what's her name? Why can't I think of her name? With Daredevil. She's
Elektra?
Elektra. Why can I not think of her name? I kept wanting to call her something else. I really like Elektra. She's had some interesting... Because they made... You know, she was in the Daredevil movie with... who played in that one?
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck. Yes, it is Ben Affleck, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Ben Affleck, when she's in that one, and then subsequently they made an Elektra movie. Didn't that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that one. But I actually really like Elektra. Again, those are movies that were coming out when I was younger, so that's where I started. I was like,
right.
A lot of people that do like the Star Wars prequels were raised on the Star Wars prequels. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I really do. I like Elektra a lot. I like Black Canary.
Black Canary,
a lot of different renditions that she's in. She's got a cool story. It's cool what she does.
She's got cool power, and it's cool that she doesn't rely on her power.
Yeah, that's one thing
that's kind of her ace in the hole. You know, but she tries to largely rely on her combat skills.
Yep.
And even to the point that she's almost as much of a martial artist as Batman.
Yeah.
She's up there in probably the top 10 martial artists of all the DCU.
Yeah.
And could even be maybe argued she's better than Batman. You know, that once you get up in that top 10, you know, who's better? I don't know. You know, they're all, you know. Obviously, everybody wants to kind of just go right to Batman and be like, well, Batman's the best. But the straight martial artist, who knows? Somebody who's been up and coming is Vixen.
Okay.
I like her quite a bit. They've featured her often on the Justice League cartoon that was coming out a couple years ago. She was in an episode of Arrow, the TV show Arrow.
Yeah, I haven't.
It was, and she was actually in an episode. She was also in an episode of Legends of Tomorrow.
Okay.
And it was just really cool to see her like live.
Yeah.
And to see her power and just it's like, oh, it's Vixen. That's so cool. So I like Vixen quite a bit too.
So I think we're about out of time.
Oh, not even get the Supergirl show. That's right.
I'm sorry, but we are running out of time. So yeah, who's your favorite female superhero? Comment that below, and also don't forget to comment what you'd like to see on our next This Is Pop Culture for next month. So I think that's about it.
Yep.
Until next time, I'm Eli.
I'm Joshua,
and
this is Pop Culture. We hope you liked today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment because we enjoy chatting with you.
Also, check us out on Instagram and Facebook at This Is Something. All the links are below. Thanks, and have a beautiful day.